Assalamu alaikum and welcome. Hello, Sister Zana. How are you? Salam to you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Zana, can you hear me? Okay, I think you might be still having some tech issues. Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Yes.
Can
I
you
can
hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
I
Okay.
can't hear you
Oh,
for some reason.
interesting. Yeah, check your settings. But we have we are live now, and we are
Omar,
excited
I
to
can't hear you.
Oh, uh, that's weird. Okay. Okay.
He was great before.
Let me put you in the back here. Okay. Okay. We are about to start right now. We had a good guest last week, Sister Nadia. We talked about Ramadan Reflections. And today we have a wonderful guest. Zana is about to fix her mic. Hopefully she'll fix it. I'm going to bring her on again. Are you able to hear? How's your mic? Okay. If not, let's go ahead and bring our guest. And hopefully she'll fix her mic soon here. Can you hear us? Okay, still? Okay. Okay, let's bring her on. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Rashida. Welcome.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me.
Thank you for being here. It looks like Zana is having some issues with her mic, and she'll get back here soon. So I appreciate you being on the program. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do. I know you're coaching, and then we'll get into the topic of Ramadan and reflections.
Certainly. Inshallah. Well, thank you for having me here again. My name is Rashida Muslim. I am a life and recovery coach. I work to support women who have experienced a specific type of trauma. And we just support, I just run a support coaching website and a support group to help these women on their journey through their experiences. I'm also a podcaster, so I do what is called the Elders Podcast, where I highlight an elder, specifically my community, but so far I haven't branched out just because it hasn't gone that far yet. But people that I generally know, I highlight an elder and we talk about their experiences through life.
Omar, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, we can hear you now. Well, yes. Zana, can you hear us? I can hear you. Can you hear us? Zana? Huh. Okay. Looks like she's still having some issues there. Sorry about that. Yeah. So you were talking about you do a podcast with elder people and different
Yes.
groups, right? Awesome.
Yes.
That's amazing. So let's talk about the topic. We are in Ramadan.
Yes.
What does
Alhamdulillah.
Ramadan mean to you? And yeah, we can go to that.
So Ramadan means quite a few things to me. First, it is just a beautiful blessing from Allah. And it is a way that we can show our dedication to our faith. As Muslims, the most obedient thing that we can do is hear and obey. And Allah tells us that Ramadan is the month of fasting. And it is the time for us to engage in that fasting. And so the main thing for me with Ramadan is listening to what Allah says and obeying what Allah says.
Amazing. Now, what does like growing up Ramadan? Did it change your meaning of Ramadan and what
goodness.
Ramadan was supposed to mean to you from when you first started doing Ramadan? Did it change for you?
Oh, certainly. When I was a little kid, it was fun. It was just all fun. It was fun to me to see adults get up super early and fast. I think I started fasting around 12, 13. And then it was fun for me to get up and fast. The most joy I got was looking for the moon, to sight the moon. That was a beautiful thing. You know, I grew up in Little Rock during that time, and we were always out looking for the moon. And then when I moved to Texas, I moved to the country, so we could see it very clearly. But then, of course, as most children, the best thing about Ramadan is Eid, getting ready for Eid, getting ready for our Eid clothes, and expecting our Eid gifts, and just celebrating, and the whole community life that is livened during the month of Ramadan.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully, Zana will join us because she has some more detailed questions in there. She's probably
Mhm.
restarting her machine and also her computer, her laptop.
Okay.
And yeah, exactly. So let's also talk about how does engaging with the Quran shape a person. This is the month of the Quran. Okay, I think I hear her. Let me bring her, Zana. See what's going on here.
Okay.
Zana, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. But now we can't see you.
All right, camera. Where's the camera? Over here. Got
Okay,
you.
Yay!
perfect. Welcome, welcome.
Uh-huh.
Our real star is back here. Zana's back, and we were talking about Ramadan. And um, thank you for joining us today. How are you today?
I am doing great, great. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Hi,
Alhamdulillah.
Rashidas.
Doing
And
very
Happy
well.
Ramadan.
and
Happy
we were just
Ramadan to
talking
you
about
as well.
Ramadan and what Ramadan means to her. Do you want to
Alhamdulillah.
go ahead and elaborate, Zana?
All right. So we are at what Ramadan means to you.
Correct.
Okay. So last time I talked about how Ramadan for me is a reset. It forces me to slow down and become intentional. It's not just about food, it's about refining your character. So
Mhm.
why Ramadan is important? Because it trains you. It trains your patience, your discipline, your gratitude. It reminds us that growth, it requires restraint. So I
Mm.
love Ramadan, and I'm waiting. I look forward to this month because this is what for me is discipline, and it's just the training for the whole month for me to become for the rest of the months.
Amazing. Amazing. Rashida, what do you think? Your thought about that?
It- it- I agree wholeheartedly. We talked about Ramadan for me as a kid. It was fun and it was joyous. But then as I get older, and especially now in this part of my life, I feel the same way. I think Ramadan is a chance for me to control myself, to have discipline, think about all the aspects of myself that I can control, like my tongue, my reactions, my procrastination, which I have a trouble with, but distractions and excuses,
Yes,
excuses. And
yeah,
Ramadan is like a revival for me, and that's what I look forward to most. Um, I've started preparing beforehand for the revival. So I would be in the revival, in the spirit of revival in the
that
month
is
of Sha'ban. So
yeah,
alhamdulillah, that's exactly what it is.
that is beautiful. It's true how it evolves. When you're younger, it's like all like where we're gonna eat or let's just do this, that, and the other. It's about fun and celebrating through it. But as you get older, it just it's more quieter, right? And
Yes.
and that's where it led me to also ask you, and how do Ramadan and leadership connect to you? And I'll tell you how they connect to me.
Mhm.
Like leadership begins with self control, and you must lead yourself first. So Ramadan trains restraint, right? And leadership also trains restraint for me. If I can control my appetite, I can control my reaction. If I can control my words, I protect my relationships, right? So both require patience, um, humility, reflection, accountability. So, like I said, leadership for me is not loud, it's also disciplined. What does
Yeah.
that look like for you?
I think I agree with all those aspects. Certainly, I think another part of leadership is being an example. And
Yeah.
as you engage in this discipline and restructuring and revival of the self, you become a better example for those who are looking at you. And so I think that the best part of leadership is being an example in recovery. Like you might mess up, you might make a mistake, but as a leader, you're able to show that you can recognize that and then do what you need to do to rebuild from it and press forward.
Yeah, beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thank you so much for that. What are your thoughts about Omar? How about you for leadership? What do you think? How leadership and Ramadan connect together?
Oh, there's a lot of connections with leadership in Ramadan. I mean, you're disciplining yourself, right? A leader is somebody who's like taking in charge, right? You're saying to myself, I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to drink, but also, more importantly, I'm going to control my anger. I'm going to control my thoughts, right? I'm going to be nice to people. I'm going to connect with people who I maybe had a disagreement with from last year, right? I'm going to try to connect with them. I'm going to call back them and see what happened. So that's being a leader. You're being a mature adult where you're taking control and you're taking a stand of how things are and what happened, and that's really leadership. A lot of things are leadership. That's what I think, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And I have a question for Rashida.
Yep.
Why should non-Muslims care about Ramadan?
Why should non-Muslims care about Ramadan?
Yeah, and I'll answer for me because Ramadan is about universal values to me. It's like we talked about discipline, gratitude, empathy. Even if you don't fast, the principle I think applies to everyone.
Yes, I agree. I think I've seen non-Muslims even participate in Ramadan in a sense where that they recognize that it helps to build discipline. And in that help to build discipline, it just naturally impresses a lightness on your soul. Because a disciplined soul is ready for revival. And
Yeah.
so that's how non-Muslims can see Ramadan. And then also see the adherence to it. The fact that Muslims are all united in this place
Mindset.
of being. And
Yeah.
and we don't stray, right? We believe that our creator tells us and we obey. And I
Yeah.
think that's very important for non-Muslims to see.
Amazing. If you don't mind, Zana, I want to follow up on that. Have you had an experience with a non-Muslim colleague, somebody, when you mentioned to them about Ramadan, they were impressed? Like for me, I remember when I was in college, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I don't eat until 6 or 7 at night. I can do that." Do you have any experience growing up in America with positive interactions with non-Muslims about Islam or about even Ramadan as well?
Absolutely. I mean, throughout my any stages or any season of my life, whichever year it was, I would have people that think that I was so disciplined not to be eating and drinking all day. But also, there was empathy in a way as well. But then I also had to explain how I feel that I do not want the food and drink until the time, we need to eat. So, um, and I had to, Rashida, I wanted to tell you, like you said, it's all universal and we all doing it because it's just, it's just what we do. And
Hmm.
it is this feeling that, hey, I'm restrained right now and I'm doing this for a purpose and I'm okay with it. And you just go through to whatever time because we had summers that was earlier, right? Later, much
Hmm.
later, like 8 or 9 o'clock. That was hard. And
Mm.
I mean now it's like 5:40. It's very easy, but still for some is like, okay, that is, I can't do that without food or drink. But anybody can do anything. I believe it. It's
Yeah.
just it's the feeling inside that you feel.
Amazing. Yeah, Mr. Rashida, how about you?
I think just witnessing, like I said before, witnessing the endurance.
Hmm.
And I have people, I've had people say I could never do that. I could never do that. But we don't think like that. We don't ever think that I can't or that it's going to be a struggle. We say I'm putting my boots on and I'm getting in position to strap up for this, this basically this mission
Yeah,
that I
that
have
is
been
beautifully
blessed to
put.
go on. Yeah.
It's beautiful. That's how it is. Yep.
Amazing. I want to put a little commercial here, 20 seconds, and then we'll be back shortly.
The sun sets, marking another day. A time for quiet heart reflection, seeking peace in every single moment. Ramadan is a profound journey of the soul.
All right. All right. Amazing.
Oh, that's
No,
beautiful.
We are
guys.
back with Sister Rashida and Zana with episode 2. If you didn't miss last episode, we had Nadia. Wasn't she great, Zana? Last week we had Nadia.
Oh,
Amazing.
amazing.
Good.
Amazing.
Yes, and
Amazing.
we have 2 more episodes remaining in the month of Ramadan. And actually, the finale would be great. We have 2 men who are actually related to you, right? I think that's amazing. But Sister Rashida, what do you think about that commercial there that we just showed?
I thought it was beautiful. It represents the peace. I always feel like when I see the moon, it's just like the music that was playing. It's like, you feel yourself settling in this. You're settled because you know that you have the intention to be peaceful for the next 29 to 30 days. And just knowing that, it makes you feel a little bit invincible, but it's going to be a struggle because there's things that are going to come. But you're going to be like, I am walking through this peacefully. And in that state of peacefulness, you can witness creation. You can feel the wind. You can see the breeze and just kind of enjoy life because you're in this beautiful space. And that commercial was very representative. But also the worship. Well, we can't forget about the worship. When it comes to Ramadan, it's about connecting to Allah through the words of his book. And all of that is this worship. And nothing uplifts you more than that worship, I believe.
Yeah, that is beautifully said. Absolutely. And then you look forward to those prayers, right? Especially on Ramadan. You look forward to speaking and reflecting. And like you said, that 20 to 30 days, you are in this kind of like beautiful bubble that your heart is like open. Your heart is open to give. Your heart is open to receive, to listen. um all those beautiful skills that we need. So absolutely, it was just beautiful listening, looking at your little commercial that you made. I loved it.
And yeah, and then we feel something like when Ramadan comes in, like the day before, 2 days before, you're rushing, like, I don't ready for this. As soon as it comes in, your mind is just settled and it just goes through. How is this happening? God's power is coming in and helping
It's
us out.
calmness. Yeah, this
Amazing.
calm that you feel,
Yeah.
Amazing.
like the
And
calm before the storm.
that's amazing. Speaking of that, there was a guest I had earlier, how to get calm, but this is a different type of calm. So yeah.
No, that is important. Yeah,
Yeah.
discipline, calm, all that goes. But Rashida, I would like to know more about you and what you do. And I went into your website and it was very, very interesting. Tell us about that. I think you're working with few different women.
Yeah, so what I do is I support women who have experienced sexual violence of any kind or trauma, and that's basically what I do. I boil down, I centered around that. I find that in that work, sometimes people just need to get their story out. They need to express it, and in that expression, they're able to lift a little bit of weight off of themselves. And so I support them in that expression. And I have a monthly meeting at 9 a.m. every third Saturday of the month where you could just come in and talk. It is a Zoom meeting, or you could come in and listen. And like I
Well,
said,
that's
I
beautiful.
find that's a great way for women to walk through that. Sometimes you are continuously walking through it, and sometimes you get triggered and you just need to go and release that trigger. And that's what I support that.
So tell me more about the once a month. Was it once a month a Zoom call that somebody can come in? You want to put in your website where maybe some of the viewers can have your link.
Yeah, I'll put it here. I'll post
Yes,
it.
Okay.
I sent it to Omar. Yeah, he's gonna put
Oh,
it
okay,
in.
that's
Let me-
awesome.
Yeah, if you go to my website, I believe the Zoom information is on there. But yeah, I also advertise it. I have a TikTok page that I advertise it on. The name of my business is Sacred Coaching, but I also go by Sacred for my coaching everything. And so you would see it on there. It's just a Zoom meeting, 9 o'clock every third Saturday of the month.
So I want to also ask you, has this been challenging to do this kind of profession? I know being a life coach, helping with people, all with these victims and all that, has it been challenging? And how does faith help you out with it?
So it hasn't been challenging to do it. It's been challenging to make sure that I am of service and supportive. And in the beginning, it was more challenging, but now I just kind of immerse myself in activities and information that makes it better. When I first started with life coaching, I kind of didn't know what I was doing. And so I was just out there saying, let me help you with whatever's going on in your life. But then I found that most of the people that I spoke to, a majority, and anybody that I impacted was dealing with this issue. And
Oh,
so
wow.
it made me kind of say, okay, Allah, this is what you're telling me, that this is my niche. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
what I'm
that's what you
supposed to work
did.
with.
Yeah,
And
you
so
you refine your niche.
because I accepted that, ever since I accepted that, it's weird. It's not weird, but it's amazing because the people that need to speak just come.
Oh, wow.
I do advertise and I talk about it a little bit. I'm a little quiet on it because of the topic. I have met some disagreement with the fact that I'm holding this Zoom meeting, and this is such a sensitive topic, and maybe people don't want to do it, but you don't have to join if you don't want to. But I've also seen support groups of this nature, and women flourish when they have the opportunity to release this burden. And so it gets in a sense, it gets easier because every time a woman feels relieved, I feel like this is a purpose that Allah has put me in, and I'm okay with that. It just was accepting it, like is this it? But yeah, this is it, and it happens. So it needs support.
That's amazing
Okay.
how you said that you're always having clients, basically, and it's
Yeah,
more like a good therapy. That's amazing. That's amazing. People have been
And
up.
one more thing, you work one-on-one with people as well.
I do. Yes. You can schedule one-on-one if you want one-on-one help. Yes, I do that as well.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's amazing. Well, I think we're almost coming to a conclusion here. Appreciate you being here. Your thoughts about Ramadan again for our audience, and how has it been so far? We've been now. This is, I think, the
Yeah,
12th day
we have a
of
couple of more minutes, right? So we
yeah,
can just get some. What is our favorite? Like one of the rapid fire questions.
yeah.
Do we have few minutes?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, for both of you, your favorite iftar foods. Food one.
One favorite food. Go ahead, Rashida.
I would say the first thing that's coming to my mind is bow tie pasta.
Pasta.
Oh wow! Give me 1 second.
Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, for me, I'm open to anything with
Yeah,
like
if
chicken
it's
or
good.
like
But
that.
see, I haven't fasted in a few years because of a condition I have. But when I used to fast, I think, and I can change that up. I think my favorite food was fish.
Fish. Okay.
Like I would
Interesting.
look forward to fish.
Yeah, I have a secret. We're having fish today. So, later
You know,
on.
that's what actually I want to have. But I just said one, like I love soup, you know, to break my fast with soup.
Soup.
Of course, you
Yes.
break it with
Now to
water
break
and
the fast, yeah,
Yeah.
date or a piece of
oh,
fruit.
well, yeah, after
Yeah.
the date. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the first thing I eat is a little cup of soup. And
Yes.
then
We do the same then.
something, yeah, and I've been craving something from back home, like foods. For
Yeah.
Ramadan, it's weird. I don't, you know, I crave foods from back home, from Macedonia, that I like to make traditional foods.
Oh.
Um, Another thing, one sunnah or habit you love in Ramadan.
I think it would be tahajjud prayer.
Amazing.
Like
Yeah.
that's always my goal, to increase it generally, but especially in Ramadan. And it seems like it kind of can be a little easier because you're already preparing to get up a little bit before normal.
Yeah.
But I would say tahajjud prayer, yes.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I was gonna say quick that for me, when I get up now, it's easy to get up 3 in the morning. But a week before Ramadan, you don't want to get up. You're like jumping and dancing, and it's like, oh, I'm excited. 2 in the morning. It's like you're doing that, but it's interesting.
Yeah,
ahead.
for me is like having breakfast, because in the past years I wouldn't get up for breakfast, but now I'm looking forward to it. It's weird. I'm looking forward to it, you know, and I make my coffee after I eat my breakfast, and which is the same thing every day. I like an egg, avocado, and yogurt, and probably some nuts, and that's it. And I'll have my coffee, and then I'm like, okay, I'm great. Um, all right. So, do we have time? So now it's closing and hope and clarity, right?
Yeah, a couple more minutes here.
Okay. Do we have one thing you're trying to improve in Ramadan? What would you try to improve?
Well, for me, it's been my dhikr. I just want to, I have been sitting longer after Salah to engage in dhikr. I have a dhikr app to let me know when it goes off, I'll do dhikr. I just want to have a mindfulness of Allah and worship. And that's been the number one thing for me.
Do you
And
want to
Allah's
explain the
name.
audience? Yeah. Do you want to explain the audience what dhikr means?
So dhikr is when we remember Allah. With the best way is by saying some of the names that Allah calls himself. But then we can also do it by saying little phrases like Subhanallah, glory to Allah, Allahu Akbar, Allah is great.
It's
La ilaha
repetition.
illallah. There's
Yeah.
one,
So
only
saying
one
by
God, Allah.
repetition.
Yes. Continued
Beautiful.
repetition. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's repetition. Well, everything is built with repetition. If you
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
repeating and doing, it's
Yeah.
gonna become a habit, correct?
Exactly.
So one thing, what would you hope people feel after this talk?
I hope that they,
Your takeaway, right?
Your
Your
takeaway.
yeah.
Let's do that takeaway.
Well, just sitting here with the three of us, I hope that they see that we're all in this human existence together.
Yeah.
And we are all part of the same creation. And our creator is one that intends the best for us. And it's and we have to recognize that and pull from that and celebrate it in the things that we do.
That
And
is beautifully
including
said.
obeying. Yes.
Beautifully said.
Amazing. Well, I want to thank you for being on the program, for guest 2 for this special show. I also want to thank Zana, her idea to come up with this idea. And next week we have another 2 guests. Actually, next week there are 2 guests. We'll talk about those later. And then I'm also looking forward to the final episode too as well. Closing thoughts for you, Rashida, before I end it?
I just want to say thank you guys again for having me, and just say I'm happy to be here and to send out a message for everyone to remember to exercise the discipline, and that discipline in Ramadan is what sets you on a plane to walk in your revival.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
And Zana, your
Beautiful.
closing thoughts?
So my closing thoughts is I just want to thank Rashida. Thank you, Omar. I'm sorry about my connection this
It happens.
beginning. And you know, it's beautiful that we as leaders we try to do these little things and get together. And now for the first time I'm reading Rashida. For me, connection is very, very important, and this is what Ramadan is also about, is
Yes.
connecting with people that we love the most. And we live in such a busy life that sometimes you won't be able to connect, but what Ramadan does is slows us down and think and makes us think of what is so important, which is family and connection. And I really had connected last night with a beautiful group of women that we went out to dinner. So connection is very important. Yes, and connect with the people that love you and care for you, and family is number one. So next time, Omar, next episode, I would love for us to define how do we help others during Ramadan, because Ramadan has so many different stages. It's about prayer, your reflection, but what do we do as a Muslim nation for others? We do a lot. So that's what we're going to talk about next time. Thank you so much, everyone.
We'll be back next week at 4 Eastern. Actually, it'll be Women's Day next week, right? So amazing. All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.